Algernon's October with the check-in here on Hip Hop United. And I got my brother.
Yes, sir. It's Deuce Tucker, the livest man with the mic in his hand. You know what I'm saying? We got some legends in the building today.
Okay, now.
Absolutely. We got some very talented ladies in the building. They came into the game as young girls, but have blossomed into strong women who are back in motion and ready to make a scene. We got the OMG girls checking in. What's happening, Queens?
Hey, how you doing?
We're going to just work them singles right on in there.
Yeah, we love that.
Get your stream on. Well, it's good to see y'all back together making music. How does it feel to be back outside as a group? Because I know y'all are friends, but how does it feel to be back together outside together doing music?
We are just having really the time of our lives being back together and doing what we love to do. Like, we definitely never lost touch with each other. We are like best friends, sisters. So we always talk and get together and go party. But like now that we can all do what we love again together, it's just like really a full circle moment for us.
Yeah, all of you all are in sync with the white tops and everything.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That melanin and melanin. Believe that.
Yes,
well, we glad to have y'all here with us today. But I wanted to kind of just throw it back a little bit. We understand that like the OMG Girls is one of the most pivotal, exciting, and most unique groups. You know what I'm saying? Especially the 2010s now.
Thank you.
No problem. Now, I just want to understand, how did the formation actually establish in regards to your connection, the way you all presented your music and your service, and the way you all just want to present yourselves?
I mean, well, really, when we first got started, honestly, it was only supposed to be for just like an episode of Tiny and Toya, and once it aired and we performed, I think like while the show was filming, you know, Auntie Tamika was like, no, this is like a really big deal. Then we got that reception from the public. People really liked us, and then from there we just kept going. Bree came into the group in 2010, 2011, and literally like we just from there we kept doing what we were doing. We decided to dye our hair pink, purple, and blue maybe like a year later, and from there it was like out of here, really. Like we had did Gucci this, Gucci that. We didn't even have full hair color when we recorded that song. So it just was like, I'm sorry. So it was just like, you know, it was just the whole thing. But it's been really cool, you know what I mean, for us to be able to do this, and even just like, you know, just the hair, the outfits, just our whole style and everything. Like, I just feel like it's so, like, influential and impactful. And I definitely feel like we made a difference. Because now when people see, like, 3 girls with different color hair, they're like, oh, y'all look like OMG girls.
Set a standard within the culture. Speaking of new things, making a scene.
That's right.
Loving the new mature sound. Tell me how that came together.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, we was in the studio all together with Jay Reed, the producer. Shout out to Chevy Music. And we were like telling him ideas of what kind of beat we wanted and how we were vibing and having conversations about what was going on. And so when we were like pitching in different things, how we felt like a man needed to do certain things to let us know that you feeling us, make a scene. We did that, you know. Shout out to Beige. You know, Beige was also engineering, and like Neek got in there too. I'm gonna learn a few, but we was in there all recording and like doing our verses, and then it was just a good time and very intimate, like it always be during our sessions. And then from the video, Auntie Tamika directed it, and with paying homage to Escape, In Vogue, and Dreamgirls movie aspect, we made it like a mini movie with great cameos in there. So make sure you go check that video out if you haven't already.
Yeah, so speaking of your auntie and your mom, we know that one of the most powerful and my personal favorite R&B group of all time, you know, Escape. You know what I'm saying? With the vocals, all of them can do it. Now, I wanted to know, in regards of the blueprint, in regards of her being able to bring y'all together, how did that necessarily come upon you all? How did she ensure that you all know the ins and outs of the business and make sure that you all were protected as well?
Well, our circle and our team is definitely family based, so we're always surrounded by our closest people in our lives. So it's like we're pretty much we've always been protected throughout our whole career. And as far as like you know, like her blueprint, I feel like she just always just goes with us from teaches us from her experience.
Right.
Like, you know, she always pulls from what she learned or what she went through. And even sometimes we like, okay, babe, like it's a new day though. Like we do it a little different now. But we're always very open to her suggestions, anything that she's saying, because we know, like, she's come from a great background, and she pretty much most of the time always knows what she's talking about.
Okay.
All right, let's flip that a little bit in reverse, though.
Okay.
Boundaries. I mean, that's still mom, or auntie or cousin, whatever the case may be, or whatever. How is it kind of separating, when you're doing in the music business and personal, especially when you're touring and things like that, and you're around, and you're still young women, you still want to live your life, but at the same time, it's just like, come on, mom, let me,
Absolutely.
So how is it kind of separating the two?
I would say with my mom, she's very she's like a young person in a grown up body. So it's like with her, sometimes even she's like pushing the limit a little bit. Like, y'all be doing this. We like, okay, that's a little too crazy.
Okay.
Right. I don't know, but she's pretty much very open and down for whatever. Like, I don't think she's ever made anybody feel uncomfortable, or it's just like, ooh, like, I don't want to do this. I mean, especially like me being her child, like, I've never felt uncomfortable or like I don't want to do this in front of you. It's like, I think everybody's really comfortable with saying how they feel and being themselves when they're around her, because she's a dope person.
Absolutely. I love that. Now, speaking of you all's personality and the message behind your music, what was the intended way that you all wanted to present yourselves to the public? We all know that you all stood out in regards to the hair color and the energy and things of that nature. However, how did you want to be able to present each and every time you were on stage, that you produced a record, and that you just actually were just in the public?
I mean, I think a lot of it, though, like, came from just us just being ourselves. I don't think that we ever thought too deep into, like, how is this coming off. Like, I feel like we've always done exactly what we wanted to do, and it's like either people rocking with it or not. Like, with the color hair, it was like, we just knew it was like gonna be dope. Like, we was like, this is gonna be fire. Like, when we were talking about it, it wasn't really like a
like, let's make this
like let's make a statement to the public. And I think even with the music, it never was that. It's just we sonically, we're going to put out what we feel is like sounds the best and what we feel represents us. At the time when we did Gucci This, we were like 14 and 15, so it was representative of who we were then, where the boys at. It was the same thing. And even now, like with Make a Scene, it's like, and Motion and Lover Boy, it's more mature, and it's who we are now. So we just try to present to the world who we really are, honestly, and it's worked out every time.
And we advocate to be yourself. Like, don't be afraid to go outside the box, do different things, like be daring, like do different things, take risks, and that's what we always push.
Respect.
Now, we were talking to y'all as a group. I want to get into some individual things. Talk about making a scene. Let's talk about red flags, in terms of dating and things like that. Give me a couple things, red flags for you, where you might end up making a scene if a man displays some of those traits.
Way to flip that.
Disrespect.
There you go. Okay. So we're all in agreement with disrespect.
We can't tolerate disrespect.
You better know how to talk to somebody. Don't talk at them, talk to them.
And you have to respect me with your actions and what you're doing. Like, that was a big thing for me. We just
I'm learning that a red flag is for me would be like a guy who doesn't have a good relationship with their like mom and dad. They be a little
crazy.
It flows into the relationship, because if they treat especially their mother the same way, they're gonna do that to you. I learned that too.
A lot comes with that.
Yep, it
does.
It's like, and doesn't have
they might be looking for you to like be a mom.
Their mom.
In a sense,
or even if they disrespect their mom, they'll just disrespect you.
That's a fact.
I've seen it.
That's a fact.
I've seen it.
So I was going to wonder, like, in regards to that aspect, I know that you all have focal points in regards to the certain disrespect and the things that you all appreciate. Now, what are some things that you all love to focus on when it comes to just men in general or people within your environment, your community?
Just your character. For me, I think that's a big thing for me. Like, I'm a very principle-based person. A lot of stuff is never about what actually happened. It's always about, like, the principle of it. And so I feel like anybody who's around me or anybody that, like, I'm dating or whatever, like, I just look at your character, like, who you are as a person. And that's really going to let me know how I need to move with you from that point on, really. Like, I can't even fall in love with you if that character is off.
That makes sense.
That's the main one.
Yeah, that's a big one right there. And communication, being able to like say how you feel and communicate it in a healthy way. Though it's not just what you say; it's how you say it.
Right.
So.
I agree. And similar to the group that you guys are descended from, you're all very talented in your own right.
Thank you.
So will we still be getting some solo projects in between what you guys are currently doing, or are you going to kind of merge all of that energy into OMG?
We're definitely going to be doing solo and group.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone still has their solo things going on, whether it's music, TV, film, clothing brands or brands, period. And that's something that we talked about when we were coming back together, because it's like, we've been individuals for a good minute, and everybody has been growing and doing their own thing individually. So it's like, we all still want to keep those things alive.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like, let's do both. We had that conversation where it's like, we're going to all do both, and we'll just communicate with each other, like, what we have going on individually. And,
It's gonna merge the world together.
Communication, like you said.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you all are way past the teenage years of when OMG Girls was.
Not too much. Not
Y'all more mature, y'all more wise, y'all beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Y'all grown now, you feel me? So like, in regards to that aspect, how do you necessarily choose who you associate with, like, in regards to a relationship? Because, when somebody's in the line, I'm like, oh, I'm hanging with the OMG girls, you feel me? Like, so how do you necessarily navigate that? And in regards to that aspect as well, how have you grown within your creative and unique perspectives and personalities?
I think you could kind of figure out when somebody's giving, like, groupie
Groupie.
energy. Like you
Okay.
could tell when somebody's like giving like fanned out energy. Luckily I feel like we do a pretty good job at like vetting that. You're gonna see that pretty early on, I think.
Straight ahead.
But
Love that.
I mean, I forgot the last part.
No, but we really don't come across it. I mean,
It was like a second part.
Oh, in regards to being able to, like, how have you all grown when it comes to your creative, your neat aspects?
Oh,
like, your voices, the way you interact with your friends, your family, and just your business in general.
I think really the coolest thing about our dynamic now is that we're pretty much writing everything. We're all amazing songwriters. I've engineered a lot of our records. Neek just started engineering. We getting Bree engineering too.
Scared of you.
So I think the biggest difference now is that we're actually way more involved in the creative process than we were before. Like sometimes we come to the studio, or most times we come to the studio, the record's already done. All we have to do is cut it. And even now, like, if a songwriter has a good record, we're gonna cut it. But we definitely know how to take something, make it our own, make it fit us. And we're just really involved in that aspect of the whole creative process from start to finish. We're like very hands-on.
Gotcha.
Because y'all did motion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
In there and got all hands-on with that.
Yes.
And I can tell because it felt more personal. When it's something that person or the group writes, you can feel it. It feels more organic and it feels more authentic. In that same vein as well, what's kind of kept you ladies together? Obviously, we all know about the court case and you guys fighting for your brand and everything like that as well. What held you guys together? Because under circumstances like that, many groups would falter, fail, separate.
Yeah.
But you guys seem to not only have come back, but come back even stronger. What kept you together?
I would just say our relationship alone is a very strong relationship. We've always been extremely close. Me and Beja, we've known each other our whole entire lives. We don't know a day without each other.
Right.
When we met Bree, she fit right in perfectly. It was like, we love this girl. and we pretty much experienced like all of our most important times together. I mean, me and Beige graduated together.
And, we did.
Like, we had to make our own graduation.
I was there witnessing that. I had signs of
that. We drove to Alabama for Bree's graduation. I mean, prom. We've done everything together. We did homeschool together. All of our
moments.
Exactly. We just know we have each other. So I feel like that is what, I don't know, like makes us stand out or
and
just
it
keeps us together.
Our bond is very strong.
Yeah, I definitely admire that unity. And we're speaking of these experiences. What is an experience, or what is something, what is something that fans don't know that you all love about each other and that have continuously created this type of unity within your group?
Something that our fans don't know about us individually.
That we love about each other.
Correct. Something that the fans don't know about you all. And an experience that was just like, wow. The fans will be appreciative of you all sharing.
I don't know if it's anything that they don't know about what keeps us together. I think like with our fans, they have like really grown up with us. So they definitely are they definitely understand and they are super in the know about like just our dynamic. I don't really know. I feel like our biggest wow moment, you know what I mean, was probably just dealing with the whole like lawsuit and just going through that process with the litigation and really having to like be there for one another. We were away from our families for almost like 2 months. You know, Zanique has a child, so just having to bring, you know, my goddaughter out and, you know, just all of that. It just, you know what I mean? I think it really solidified the bond that we have. I think all of that we really had to lean into each other.
Absolutely.
How has your audience accepted your maturity? Because obviously, as I mentioned earlier, your music has gotten a little more mature, a little bit more spicy, but it makes sense. It's reflecting who you are as women, not so much girls, even though the title says otherwise. We get that. But how has that been received? Have you had some people go, okay, wasn't expecting that level of maturity?
It's very positive. And again, our fans have grown up with us. Like, we're around the same age. Everybody now are, if not parents, they're in their field of whatever it is they went to school for, college. Like, we're all like kind of growing together, so they received it, and it's very relatable what we talk about. So it's like, yeah, I'm glad y'all actually said that. And then even with the video, and especially Make a Scene right now, how we did the whole Dream Girls look and stuff, I think it gave a lot of our fans who already are familiar with us, they loved it because it was a different look that they seen of us. And then also the older people were like, oh, we love this. Like, they bring class back, they like doing this in a whole different light, they got a storyline going. Like, it just gave all that nostalgic feelings to everybody. So it's been received very, very well, and we're very grateful and appreciative of everybody that's receiving us.
And we feel like because it's really because of the Make a Scene single and video, like she's saying, like, that gave people a different, like, just a different look on us. Like, sometimes we had really before Make a Scene, like, a lot of times where not even just our fans, but just the outside world has like a vision for how we should be or how we should look, or, you know, we've seen y'all as kids, so I don't know, like, what's going on. But I feel like we felt like Make a Scene definitely put us in a different light as far as like, okay, like, these girls are grown, like, it sounds grown, it looks grown, like, and they're receiving of it.
Absolutely. I love that. Now, officially Misguided,
Yes.
I need to know who came up with the name and what allows you all to say, you know what, this is what's going to stick.
So in the beginning, when we came up with just OMG Girls, it actually didn't really have like a real meaning. It was just like, you know, texting was like a big thing at the time, and so we went through a couple, you know what I'm saying, different names, and I think I really want to say Nick was like, what about OMG? And it just was like, oh, like, that was dope, like, you know. And so it just stuck, and it wasn't until like later on, probably after we put out like Gucci This, like, our manager kind of had came up, at the time, Michael Malden, he had came up with the whole officially Misguided thing, and then like we kind of came up with like the spelling it like MISS, because we're like, how does this make sense? And then, you know, it turned into like, it's us, like, you know, guiding like other women, other girls to, you know, like, do the right thing, and, you know, that whole thing. So it was with our name, it has been an evolution of like, you know, the meaning and us getting there. But it worked out, because like our fans are like the Misguiders and the Misguideds. I mean, we call them Team OMG, but you know, they're still Misguiders.
Day ones know.
The day ones know though.
Okay.
I feel like when we like saw that we were creating our own lane, we're like, okay, this actually needs to mean something. Let's make up something that's not like, oh my god. Because oh my gosh is just so broad, you know what I mean? So it's like, what's the meaning?
Right. And then it already went with our brand, because that's who we were. We were positive role models to so many young females, and just our generation all together. So
just looking
it fit
up
perfectly.
So all these dope singles got to be leading up to a full body of work. When will we be getting that? And what can we expect?
Well, we've been talking about releasing at the end of the year.
We don't have a date yet.
We don't have a date.
We're gonna try to marinate on it.
We're working though. We're in the studio. We were just in the studio last night. We'll have different sounds, definitely. Like, you know, we got the R&B feels on lock for sure. But even past that, like, we've always been very daring with our music and our outfits and everything. Like Gucci This, Gucci That, Where the Boys At, Bad Boy. I mean, if you're familiar with our music, like, we have different sounds to us, and we still play into that now. So to see it, like, do it as grown women, or like as you say now, it definitely reads, and we can't wait for y'all to read it with us.
It's like an evolution, but it's still like nostalgic and kind of true to who we are. I think that people liked us to be like fun and energetic, and so like Bree said, we still have like those records, but we have like the R&B feels and everything. So it's dope.
I love
full
that. Now,
embodiment.
so all of us at Hip Hop United, we are a group of integrity, positive vibes, and great energy. Now, we know a lot of young ladies have a great magnitude of talent within this world. And we know sometimes this industry can be a little bit messy.
Yeah.
What are some tools that have allowed you all to thrive and just survive in order for you all to be able to still be here and not necessarily mesh away from all the unnecessary drama issues? Like, how have you all been able to communicate effectively while not necessarily breaking any barriers with each other?
I would say having a solid team is definitely very important. You know, people who believe in you and actually, you know, love you, like genuinely want to see you win. I think that's definitely important. And what was the last part?
In regards to making sure that you all not necessarily meshing away from each other. You know how sometimes it's big problems, but you all have been able to communicate effectively without it being some major drama on the internet.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, it's just
like,
our personal relationship.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, we've
Get
always
each other.
The
said,
foundation.
like,
the
yeah,
foundation.
we respect each other
That
way
part.
too much for it to be that. Like, I feel like the catty, you know, like even if we have a disagreement or whatever, like, we're gonna talk about it. I'm not saying that it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I have a problem, you know, but we're not gonna be screaming and hollering, cussing each other out and doing that. Like, we don't speak to each other in that way. We respect each other first. And we are women, so you know what I mean. I think just with us growing up together, we pretty much know how we operate. You know what I'm saying, and we know how to address, you know, hard conversations, or, you know, like if it's any type of disagreement, we pretty much just let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it.
And we've been, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say also outside of like work and stuff, we always, I mean, naturally it happens that way anyway because of our relationship. But we hang out, we do things like work out together, we go get food and stuff together. Like, we make sure we make those moments and have those times together that makes our bond so strong, to where when we do communicate or have anything come up, it just easily flows that way. Because it's all about balance. Definitely get the money together, work together, but first and foremost, we have a personal relationship and grateful for it. So we make sure we feed both.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of handling weird or interesting situations, I have to ask this, especially as young single women out here in the game, in the culture. What's the weirdest DMs y'all have gotten?
Yeah.
I don't really go through, because like I have the request thing, so I don't really go through like the request box.
You know what? I just started going through the request box recently.
Is it weird in there?
It's not always that weird. There is sometimes, it's not always that weird.
Okay.
I feel like the craziest thing is like guys sending nudes.
Is that
For sure.
guys do be
Unsolicited news.
right?
Unsolicited.
Now thank God I got none of that.
You know what? I also get a lot of DMs from guys in jail. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
so funny.
they be sending news too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
How'd you get that
crazy.
phone, sir?
I thought you were going to go in a different direction. Like, no, they were asking about advice, and I was giving them motivation.
No, that's not
no,
they
they're
worry about
naked
that.
too.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, they're naked as well.
Yeah.
My request
That's
ain't
funny.
like that, baby.
I mean, I don't. I feel like I maybe have gotten like one random person who like sent me like nudes or whatever, but I just blocked them, like, and I just let it be that. I just don't be going through there. I'm like, it's too weird in here.
Yeah.
See, mine just be people want to talk, like fans, or there's people just like want to say stuff like. Yeah.
Bree's the sweetheart of our group.
Yeah.
So you be interacting with them.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you what everyone's role in the group was. Like, everybody
We
has
all
certain roles,
interact
so what's
with
everyone's role?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a collective, we all interact with the fans. I think with our socials, we definitely all try to split that up amongst each other. I'm sorry, but our roles, I feel like I don't know, for me, I feel like I'm always like on top of like just the business aspect of what we do. Like, I'm always gonna be the one that like responds first, probably gets on the phone, you know, or like tries to figure out what I could figure out, or I'm always trying to, you know, bring stuff to the table. So I kind of feel like that's like my biggest part of what we do. What's your roles, ladies?
What's your role, ladies? My role basically is
We just told you that.
they just told me my role is like what? No, okay, I'm sorry.
discuss it,
Because we have been talking about, we've been getting this question lately.
Yeah.
And we talked it out, and the ladies told me that my role is like the mediator. Like, when things maybe get, a little riled up. Like, I'm always a chill, and I can come in and like say something that's like, I'm not going to disrespect anybody. I can get to the point, and I could be like, maybe ladies, this what it is, or like this is where this person was coming from, and like,
you are
cool out of situation.
Leo energy over there.
Somebody's
giving me some Leo.
It's definitely
my role is.
My role is.
It's us saying our own role.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my role is. I don't know. I guess I'm more of the big sis type thing, like the one that comes for advice, or if you need to lean on a shoulder, pray together. Definitely do some grounding stuff. Let's go outside. Let's go to nature. And definitely stand on top of workouts. Like we all do that together collectively, but that's something that I love.
You can pull up on Bree at any time.
Okay, I
love it.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm always.
How many times y'all work out a week?
At least
4 or 5.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you like 4 or 5.
4 to 5. 4 to 5 days.
I love that.
What y'all usually do? You do like cardio, weights, little
both
everything?
strength training and
cardio.
Cardio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. Now, speaking of that unified, journey that you all have had, what are some dream collaborations that you all want to be able to have when it comes to some artists? It could be a rising artist, an established one of some sort. What is something that you all would like to collaborate with? I'm interested.
I think we've always said like Glotto, Glorilla, Flo Milli. So I think off the top of my head,
Missy Elliott.
Oh yeah, Missy
Elliott. The Dream.
Yes.
My love.
Eric Bellinger.
Yeah, Eric.
I'm like, there's a
couple people we
Chris
might
Brown would be amazing.
There's so many. Okay. There's so many. There's so many artists out. So many amazing artists, especially women. We've been saying like the women are really taking over.
We love it too.
It's like
I got no problem with it. I'm comfortable in Queen energy.
we love that.
Love that.
But it's the summer. So what we got popping for the summer? We got tours. We got things happening. What we doing for the summer, ladies?
Right now we gearing up for that second single. We're gearing up to drop like a really nice summer song. We're looking to tour probably like later on in the fall, like maybe surrounding our upcoming project. So right now that's what we're working on. Just new shoots, our new single, and video and shows in between all that.
And recording for that new project.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Another one for me real quick or whatever. You come from such a talented family. So at any point in time, will we get to see a Damani or a Tiny pop up on any of these tracks?
You know what? I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
There's so many different people in the family to get on a track.
I'm
to
telling you.
include.
And your other brother with the guitar. Oh,
yes. Like we were just talking to Masai the other day. Like, hey, we have a idea. Like, can you be a part of this? Yes, very much. Buddy Red. I mean, we can get airs. There's so many to choose from. Honestly,
like,
come on now.
Wow. But what is the pressure like being able to like have a family where almost all your siblings can just blow, like talent? It's just, what is that like in regards to you just being able to have that type of energy around you, like that creative uniqueness?
I would say it's a really wonderful feeling that everybody like we all have something in common, and we have a group message, so it's like everybody will send a song, or we just have like that's something that we can bond over at all times, and it's like we can go to whoever for advice. And I don't know, I think I would just say it's just so much fun being in a family where everybody like enjoys doing music. There's two of us who don't really care for it, being Dajan and Major, but it's like they're always supportive, and we're supportive of whatever they have going on as well.
Love that.
And like we're always so proud of us. We're like, hey, listen, we might need to do a joint album.
I would love to see something like that, because like I said, you just got a whole family full of people doing big things, making history. But at the same time, y'all, all three of y'all are doing exactly the same thing. We appreciate and love you guys for everything that you guys have been doing.
Thank you.
You could let us know where we can find not only the group, but yourselves individually on your socials.
Well, us as a group, you can find us on Instagram at OMG Girls with a Z, and our TikTok and Twitter is at The Real OMG Girls with a Z. My Instagram is at Beja Rodriguez, and so is my Twitter.
My Instagram is Just Breezeway, JUSBREZWAY.
Come on now.
My Instagram is Zanique Jaylee, and my Twitter is Zanique.
And my Twitter is babydoll_OMG. Still that's from day one.
Yes.
Make sure y'all visit all their socials. Please do not send them any news. They're
Be respectful.
Let's not be weird in the DMs.
Where you are.
Yes. Let's not be strange in the DMs. Well, we appreciate y'all coming
Absolutely.
through. Obviously, we appreciate everything that y'all have done for the culture.
Keep doing it, please.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you come on back by when you get ready to release that thing as well. And also, everybody, make sure you subscribe to Hip Hop United on the iHeart app. Select Hip Hop United in the presets. We appreciate all the support. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Got Algernon's October.
And do suck on the mic.
Hip Hop United. Let's go.
That was nice. Thank you guys.
Thank you.